Brothers and sisters, I'm delighted to be here, and I take real good attention to the fact that behind us is the United Nations building. And the United Nations has failed us.
That's right.
It has failed Africa. And it is failing Africa today. I have come here also to take note that those of us who are here are a revolutionary vanguard in this country. We always bring progressive ideology. The most progressive people in the United States of America are right here. This is the progressive leadership of the African community in this country, but not only in this country. When you start talking about other issues, I was just talking to a lady just a minute ago who was telling me that the people from the Palestinians were demonstrating down in the next group. And I said to her, I said, but you know, this is the vanguard right here. We are the vanguard. In fact, those issues, we've been out front on those issues. We've been out front on all the issues that matter to humanity. And I want to tell you where we are today so that you'll know precisely what we have to do. And I just want to say also that I come here as a representative of Afrocentricity International, an organization that is led by Sister Ama Mazama. I am the international representative of that organization. I don't speak for Temple University. I speak for Afrocentricity International. And I want to be clear that that's the organization that is in my life. Now, in speaking for Afrocentricity International, let me just make a couple of points. That we are locked in a struggle that is produced by three activities, three actions. One, we are locked in a battle that has been organized by those who are anti-African. Number two, by those who have sought to use media distortion and lies to lie about Africa and Africans. And three, for those who are organizing to receive the economic rewards of the African continent. Africa is in danger today.
That's right.
But it is not only in danger because those forces are arrayed against Africa. It is in danger because some of the leaders in Africa have betrayed the continent. Any African leader who has spoken out in support of the imperialist interests in the world against African people, that leader is a danger to Africa. And they run as soon as they can. Abdullah Wade from Senegal, I'll have to name it. He ran immediately from Gaddafi when Gaddafi had basically supported his civil service. Here is a man whose country gave money to help run the civil service. They gave money to help Senegal get along. But not only Senegal, Burkina Faso, many of the countries in West Africa, Mali, were supported, and yet many of these leaders refused to support Colonel Gaddafi. Let me tell you something. Libya under Gaddafi was central to Africa.
That's right.
And if we don't have Libya, who do we have as a progressive leader in Africa? They're weakening every day Mugabe. Without Mugabe and without Gaddafi, who do we look to in Africa? Show me. Do we look to Zuma? No, don't joke with me. Do we look to Biya? No. Do we look to Ouattara? No. Don't give me any jokes now. I am saying to you that what we have lost in Libya, if we have lost it, and I'm not quite sure we have lost it. I've talked about that as well.
That's right.
But if we have lost it, we have lost the leading vanguard for bringing about the United States of Africa. The idea that the United States of Africa should be the objective of the African Union was an idea that was pushed at CERT. This is where they're having the battle right now, Gaddafi's hometown. In 2002, when the African heads of state met at CERT, they met there and organized the African Union with one purpose, to bring into existence the United States of Africa. And if you cannot bring into existence, hey, Castle Barra, how you doing, man? It's strong fighter there. If you can't, you've got to bring in this struggle, put this struggle right, and understand that this struggle is one that we all have to participate in, but Gaddafi understood it. So why do you think they wanted to get rid of Gaddafi? Number one, he rejected Afrikaans. He said the United States, you remember Afrikaans? He said the United States of America is not going to have a military base in Libya. That's what he said. You're not going to do that. You're not going to be here to overlook Africa. And number two, what did they do? You've heard it already. He put up, he's paid for, literally paid for the African satellite. The Europeans have been charging $350 million a year for Africa to use the European satellite. He said we can have our own satellite. Come on. And what else did he do? Well, he also, he refused the Mediterranean Basin idea. You remember what that idea was? That's when the French and others came to him and said, well, North African states, they could become a part of Southern Europe, and we can have a Mediterranean basin. And he said, no, Libya is an African country. And let me just tell you, the media distortion, look how the media distortion goes. The first thing the Americans said, I saw it on CNN, you know, CNN never lies. They said that Gaddafi had hired African mercenaries. I saw it. I saw them say it. I heard them say it. And then not only African mercenaries, but they said that not only was he paying these African mercenaries, but you can see them because if you go out there, you see all these black people. They didn't realize, this is how dumb the American news media is, and how dumb the Western media is. They don't realize that black people live in Libya. They saw Libyans from the south of Libya fighting to support Gaddafi, and they claimed they were somehow foreign. Libya is an African country. It was an African country long before it became Arab in terms of the popular number. You're talking Africa here. So that's a media distortion. And you know what the media doesn't do? The media doesn't tell you also how this transitional council, because of the ethnic struggle in Libya, are fighting against the black people who were the indigenous people of Libya. That's why you're having so many massacres, killing of black people in Libya. Because those Western Arabs have been racist against black people. And their racism against black people has been held in check by Gaddafi. And so this is the struggle. People don't understand it because they don't understand people just say they're all Libyans. Yeah, they're Libyans, but they're Libyans with a different attitude. That's right. Gaddafi was a Libyan who understood that he was in Africa and that the future of the continent was with black people. He understood that. And of course, there were those who tried to undermine that. And one of the reasons you had people very early on when they had peaceful demonstrations for 1 day or 2 days. The next thing you know, you got an armed group revolting against the government. Now why? Now you have to be very intelligent to try to understand it. You got a peaceful revolution, all of a sudden people got AK-47. Where do they get them from? What F-16 planes fly them? Where did they get all this stuff from? It was a planned attack to undermine the government, the strongest government for Africa, pro-African government in the African continent. I hate to say that, and I said that to brothers and sisters on the continent, I've said to African leaders, how in the world should it be that Libya should be the strongest African government on the continent? Now, the people in Libya, they had free houses, they had good roads, they have hospitals, they don't pay rent, they have free education. You know, people they got so many jobs, they have to import the people from the Philippines to work in the jobs in the oil industry. I mean, what's wrong here? Why are these people revolting? They're revolting because of Sarkozy and Obama. I know you know what we talk about Obama's policy is a disaster. This policy under Obama is as bad or worse than it was under Bush.
That's right.
The fact that he is basically turned his back on the Durban Declaration, that should tell you something. It should tell you something that they have continued the sanctions on Zimbabwe. That should tell you something. I mean, why are there sanctions on Zimbabwe? Why the United States got sanctions on Zimbabwe? You explain that to me. Nobody can explain that satisfactorily. Why is it that the Obama administration, I don't know whether it's Hillary or Susan Rice or Obama himself, who still supports Ouattara against the people of Cote d'Ivoire? Well, why